Um, Follow-up from last week. Mr. Notch has continued to act the fool.
Act the child.
And a lot of people brought this to our attention. I was tweeted it, and the guy who recorded the video response to our teaser also mentioned
Yes.
mentioned this quiz. Is it Scrolls or is it Skyrim? Oh my god! And you said you couldn't get 100%.
I tried to get 100% wrong, and I wasn't able to.
So clearly
So clearly something,
there is
I was confused about something, which means that it's not perfectly evident, Mr. Notch.
So maybe it makes sense that Bethesda are suing you. My story of French was I didn't want to take Spanish because I was a stupid 7th grader and had no idea that it was much more useful. And I had the same teacher for 4 years. She is of Italian origin. She was born and raised in Canada by British parents. So she has a received pronunciation.
What?
So she's Italian, but she has a received pronunciation. She has a British accent, and she was teaching us French. So we had no hope of successfully speaking this language.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah.
That is bizarre.
Also, have you ever seen the Boondock Saints?
Yeah, of
Her
course.
brother is Rocco.
No way. I love Rocco's my favorite character.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we were we were
Catch
we
you
were
on the flip side.
we were cool cats. When we learned that, it was just like our respect for Madame grew exponentially.
No way. That is nuts.
Yeah, yeah. True story. True story.
And I had a compact 386.
Whoa! That was a while ago.
Yeah, back in my DOS days,
Jeez. DOS. Man.
right?
I did that when I was a kid, and then the amazement when I was 7 when I got to type WIN at the C prompt and it would launch Windows 3.1.1.
Yep.
We can reminisce about those days. And
Okay.
kids these days, they don't know how good they got it.
I used to be able to navigate Windows 3.1 with the keyboard.
I could do that.
I didn't even need a mouse. I was like, what is that thing for, right?
Well, and the reason why is because they still hadn't embraced the mouse.
Oh,
even
no
though,
way.
even though the GUI on a Mac had been around since 1984, and they'd been, did you know that the original Macintosh, the 128K, didn't have arrow keys,
Why not?
so that programmers and developers would have to make their applications for a mouse.
With
Yeah,
scroll bars,
with scroll bars, and that you couldn't just
which
take.
they would later get rid of.
I know which they have subsequently removed. um,
Those jerks.
so I mentioned your father and Vance and I were talking about the Whole Earth catalog on
Hmm.
Twitter the other day. Um, Steve Jobs was a fan of this. He calls it Google before Google knew what it was.
Hmm.
It was just full of like anything interesting, anything like that could be practical in your life, and like how to like grow something in a garden, or how to like maybe some insight from East on how to be more present in your life, or maybe like how to make a radio. I wasn't crying during Deathly Hallows Part 2. I was just experiencing it.